Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and give this video a like. Up Wallace Shawn and Ian Armitage, two young Sheldon stars, join the SAG-AFTRA strike and organize a reunion between Sheldon and Dr. Sturgis. The performers are fighting for proper salaries in this new era of streaming supremacy, months after the WGA strike began in May. Although a number of young Sheldon performers have voiced their support for the cause, the show's star now makes an in-person appearance on the picket line to reaffirm his position. Shawn, who portrays his on-screen mentor Dr. Sturgis, joins Armitage at one of the demonstrations as part of the ongoing SAG-AFTRA strike. View their picture below. Armitage has already expressed his support for his fellow actors on social media. However, other young Sheldon performers including Lance Barber, Zoe Perry, and Reagan Reverd also appeared on the picket line when the WGA strike originally started. Young Sheldon and other fictional series were still anticipated to return after the summer, as CBS stuck to its regular autumn 2023 programming schedule shortly after the WGA's May strike. This raised hopes for a speedy resolution to the issue, with the broadcaster holding out hope that the problem will be fixed before the creation of the Big Bang Theory prequel. That is obviously no longer the case, as the SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes are expected to last indefinitely. However, Young Sheldon Season 7 is probably already postponed at this time. Although fresh episodes of the show usually air in mid to late September, production actually begins far earlier. In addition to recording a few episodes early of the show's scheduled premiere, the writers must get together again to determine what the Coopers' future holds. This is especially challenging for the approaching year of the family comedy because there are rumors that Young Sheldon Season 7 might be the final one, thus there are a number of unresolved plots that must be resolved before the show ends. The WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes are still ongoing, and it's hard to predict when they will be resolved. But the industry is dealing with a more serious problem than just Young Sheldon's delay. The actors and writers are battling for fair compensation, especially with relation to streaming residuals. Shawn, Armitage, and most of the prequel's cast members are well aware of that. Young Sheldon's page was a part of the Big Bang Theory, but it ultimately misused of the character. In its 2017 debut, CBS's Young Sheldon told the narrative of Sheldon's beginnings. In the Big Bang Theory, this includes explaining some of his most peculiarities, such the meaning of the phrase, bazinga, and Mary's soft kitty lullaby. Nevertheless, Young Sheldon also made an effort to broaden its narrative by drawing on sources other than the Big Bang Theory. Introducing Paige Swanson, another kid prodigy he met while enrolled in Dr. Sturgis' advanced class, is a significant part of that. Since then, Paige has been a part of the storyline of the Big Bang Theory prequel. Every year, she would show up to give her fans an update on her health. Young Sheldon can only use the character sometimes because she and Sheldon never actually attended the same school. Nevertheless, the program is able to develop the character and offer her an interesting storyline because she has been featured frequently. In Young Sheldon Season 6, Paige makes several appearances throughout the year, which contributes to a huge growth in her story. Unfortunately, because her parents' divorce slowed her progress, she hasn't been able to realize her full potential. Paige never made an appearance or was mentioned in the Big Bang Theory, despite her growing significance in Young Sheldon. Given how much Sheldon has been affected by her introduction, this is still one of the franchise's greatest mysteries. Sheldon's status as a young prodigy, which is central to the show's premise, is diminished by her appearance in the prequel. Despite being born and bred in Texas, the socially awkward genius's stories about his early years there gave the impression that he never quite fit in. This is attributed to his genius status, but Paige's presence successfully refutes the notion that Texas is not home to many child prodigies. Sheldon has also been profoundly affected by Paige's later storyline in Young Sheldon. Paige's narrative is not only a worthy rival but also a warning to the young genius. Paige struggles and descends down a dark path without the help of his parents and a strong support system of friends. She has been purposefully putting herself in danger throughout her rebellious phase for a considerable amount of time. Paige's impact on Missy, especially their audacious joy journey to Florida, heightens the character's significance in Young Sheldon's narrative. The fact that Sheldon never mentioned her in The Big Bang Theory is all the more fascinating in light of this. Why Sheldon didn't bring up Paige in The Big Bang Theory is still unclear from a narrative standpoint. In actuality, the character wasn't there for the majority of the duration of the nerd-centric sitcom, so it's interesting to see if CBS plans to explain this going forward. The Big Bang Theory was busy preparing for its season 12 finale when she made her debut in Young Sheldon season 2. Still, that's the case. Even though Paige didn't make an appearance in the main series, it did have a version of the character long before Leslie Winkle, Sheldon's kid prodigy, made his debut in Young Sheldon. Although Sarah Gilbert's persona wasn't officially affiliated with the Pasadena gang, she was extensively featured in the first season of the show since she began a romance with Leonard in addition to working with the Caltech lads. Leslie was a better fit for Penny, but Sheldon's roommate was enamored with her right away. Nevertheless, Sheldon came to dislike Leslie since she was not only as intelligent as he was, but she also confronted him about his inappropriate behavior. Leslie, in contrast to Penny, wasn't sugarcoating her remarks, something Paige frequently did in Young Sheldon before to her rebellious phase. It was anticipated that Leslie would eventually join the Pasadena gang as an official member by season 2. Although she was upgraded to a major role on The Big Bang Theory, her appearances became more infrequent rather than more frequent. She had a brief affair with Howard after splitting from Leonard, but it ended right away. A romance with Leonard was once again considered by CBS in season 3, but it too didn't work out and she vanished. Sheldon's surprise birthday party in season 9 would mark Leslie's comeback to The Big Bang Theory, although she never made another appearance or was mentioned after that. Leslie's absence was only detailed in Jessica Radloff's book, The Big Bang Theory, the definitive inside story of the epic hit series, published in 2022. It turns out that Gilbert's character was written out to emphasize Leonard and Penny's romance, which was then gaining traction and support from fans. It was challenging to launch Leslie's romance with Leonard because viewers were beginning to support The Big Bang Theory's main romantic couple. Unfortunately, it chose to just remove the character from the program rather than giving her another purpose. As was already mentioned, Paige is now a vital component of Young Sheldon. The character has a more compelling personal plotline than Missy, who has been mostly ignored in the Big Bang Theory prequel, even though she is not a series regular. In addition to the fact that her plan is interesting, it's unclear why Paige is becoming more involved. The sources state that Chuck Lorre Productions, a studio housed in Warner Bros. Television, is working on a new spin-off of The Big Bang Theory. Given Young Sheldon's efforts to develop the character, Paige might be able to lead the aforementioned spin-off. Ultimately, the prequel has done a fantastic job of making her likable to the audience. If not, Paige can have a more significant role in the future of the Big Bang Theory prequel. There are rumors that Young Sheldon Season 7 might be the final one because of the franchise's timeline. It's unlikely, though, that CBS will just cancel the show given its strong viewership. With Sheldon's siblings at the forefront, maybe the network can reinvent the program as a true ensemble. Paige can keep showing up in the project as Missy's buddy because of their relationship. The only Cooper daughter may have never realized her own potential because of Paige. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube Young Sheldon 24 channel, and stay with us.